Hello, everybody. My name is Rachel Sumner, and I'm going to be hosting tonight's show. We've got a really wonderful show for you. Dirk Powell is in the house, and he's going to play for you with his musical collaborator, Rainy Eyes. Before we can get to that, though, I just wanted to welcome you to the stream and tell you a little bit more about Club Passim. Passim is a nonprofit arts organization. For over 60 years, we've been putting on shows in Harvard Square nearly every night of the year. And since this past March, we've moved everything online, continuing to connect music fans and performers through the pandemic, streaming shows nearly every night. We have a School of Music, which has gone online, and we will actually be beginning a new semester come next week. That starts on September 8th. We've got really wonderful classes, instrumental classes for banjo, fiddle, guitar, vocal classes, songwriting courses, ensembles. It's a lot of fun. We've got really wonderful teachers, some who are local to the Boston area and some who are teaching from afar, and it's so exciting to have them joining us. We've also got some really neat workshops coming up. And yeah, that all begins next week. If you want to learn more about that, you can go ahead and go to passim.org. We've got our Campfire Festival that has gone online as well, and that's going to be coming up this weekend. So join us daily, Friday, September 4th through Monday, September 7th. We've got an incredible lineup. For lineup details, you can also go to passim.org. Let's see. So the pandemic has hit everybody pretty hard, artists especially. They can't tour right now, and they're relying on us to help support them. And so for this stream, we are asking for you to support Club Passim and to support Dirk Powell by making a donation at passim.org/stream. The suggested donation is $25, but please give whatever you can. Also, there are other ways to support artists during this time. You can share this stream with your friends and your family. That impacts the reach of audience that the musicians can get, and you can sign up for their email lists, follow them on social media, and yeah, those are just some of the ways that you can help. Aside from making a donation, which we are very grateful for if you do. It's a suggested donation of $25. Thank you so much in advance. We've got an awesome show. He has a new album coming out on Friday. The new album is called When I Wait For You. So I'm sure he'll talk more about that and let you know where you can find that. But everybody, please make welcome Dirk Powell.
Hey everyone, welcome to my house here in Louisiana. So glad to have the opportunity to do this. It's a real pleasure, and I've been looking forward to it for a long time. So definitely bring you some stuff from the new record that's coming out Friday, and going to be joined by Rainy Eyes here in a minute and do some songs of hers, and hopefully some good mix of traditional and original stuff. And yeah, this first one is on the new record, and it's in itself is kind of a mix of traditional and original stuff. It's a tune that I wrote. It's called Ain't Never Fell. Well, lately in the evening, everything railroad tracks, baby, left winning hand. I played that long game, I'm gambling man. You fell from the mountains to the deep sea. You ain't never felt till you fell in love with me. Well, you got that love, baby, I'm really a king. I see that day there waiting for me. You look so sweet, like morning dew. I ain't never felt when I fell in love with you. I still see the moonlight coming through the scene. I can't remember if it's all a dream. You fell from the mountains to the sea. You ain't never felt when you fell in love with me. All right, I ain't never fell. I hear your virtual applause out there. I think I do anyway. Far off in the distance? I hope so. We're going to welcome Rainy Eyes right now to come up here and play some music, sing some songs. We're going to do another one right now that's on a new record, and it is called I Ain't Playing Pretty Polly. And that banjo style that I was just playing right there, that's something I learned from my grandfather. And he also taught me the song Pretty Polly, which I learned when I was a teenager, and I always loved that song. I especially loved his version of it because it was really unique, and he played it in a style I've never heard anybody else play, with some chords that were different. So I always sang that song, Pretty Polly, and I kind of didn't really give the words that much due. You know, I just kind of sang them. Oh, it's this old violent murder ballad. Yeah, it's a murder ballad. Everybody kind of just brushes those aside. And one day I was singing it, and I just thought, I can't sing this song again. I can't say these words again. I was in the middle of playing it, and I literally stopped in the middle of a phrase. I just thought, I can't bring any energy to stories that downplay or glorify violence against women and these men in these songs that are kind of these anti-heroes somehow. And I just thought, this no longer has a place for me, you know, in my life to sing this song. And instead, I wrote a song called I Ain't Playing Pretty Polly, and I sing that one instead these days. And I've often been telling the story lately about how, you know, I used to see on my daughters, on their faces, in their eyes, I used to see this look of confusion when people would sing songs like that, and they would just kind of let those lyrics go by like they were nothing. And I would see them accept this thing, you know, I was like, well, it must be okay if everybody just accepts it. And now I see pride in their eyes when I sing this song instead. So that's a big change. That's enough for me. And I've had some people come up to me afterwards and express that it meant something to them, people who had been through abuse, and it just means a lot to me. So, and this one's on the new record, and there's a video up on YouTube and stuff like that. So, all right. That one was a young boy, happily holding on. Told my little sister, don't get with her, man. Down in the melon garden wasn't some old metaphor. So I ain't playing with God. And when I was a young boy, used to play me songs. He'd sing that Pretty Polly. I'd listen all night long. I'm in love with a garden. Wasn't some more left for. So I ain't playing pretty party anymore. I ain't playing pretty party. The rose are leaving fall. I ain't playing not real girl, no. None of them at all. No more tales of women killed by drunk violent men. I don't deserve their stories told. I won't raise my voice again. And I ain't playing too hard. 'Cause I know some stories, men like my Uncle Clyde. He spent 7 decades at my Amarillo side. Kentucky teens who fell in love in 1934. They had to leave the mountains to find work in Baltimore. Tended their young family while he fought for them in the war. She still holds his picture and looks for him at the door. Though she just turned 100 and he passed 12 years before. So I ain't playing pretty party anymore. I ain't playing pretty party. The roads are leaving me fall. I ain't playing Knoxville girl, no. None of them at all. No more tales of women killed by drunk violent men. They don't deserve their stories told. I won't raise my voice again. I ain't playing pretty party. I ain't playing pretty party anymore. I ain't playing pretty party anymore. Yeah. Hopefully that song resonates with some folks out there. We're going to do one of Rainy's tunes here. It's on her last record. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Moon in the Mirror?
Yeah.
Got another one coming out pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
Look for it.
Featuring some Dirk Powell.
Yes. Cool.
Cool.
Shall we rock it?
Yeah.
Lovely. All right. If you hear a rumbling sound, somebody just started their lawnmower out back. It's pretty serious business with mowing grass in Louisiana, especially this time of year. It's been so humid. But we're going to do a little bit of music from here for you right now. I'm going to play a waltz that I just love to do, the old Cajun waltz called the Midnight Waltz. And, you know, hopefully this accordion won't be too horribly loud, although that's kind of the point of these instruments in a way.
Right.
But yeah, it's funny, sometimes I tell this story. Last time I was up at Club Passim, I talked about how Joan Baez, got her start there when it was Club 47, 60 years ago, more I guess now, right? Yeah. And I was telling some funny stories about her being down here, and I want to tell one right now. It was so funny when she was in Louisiana. She loves to come to Louisiana. She loves to dance. She just feels right at home. We bring her to some Cajun clubs and things. And there was a time we brought her to La Poussière, which means the dust, which is a famous club. And we were in there, and there was this one very flamboyant dancer, a guy with a black hat and a black scarf and totally in black. I mean, very flamboyant and very I don't know. She responded. It was a perfect match, So she was dancing with him, and somebody just thought, I wonder if he knows that she's Joan Baez. I mean, she's a famous person, And they thought, I just wonder if he's aware of that, So a friend of mine went up to him and just said, she was standing there and said, I'm just curious, do you know who she is? And he goes, I know she's a beautiful lady. And they said, well, she's actually a really pretty famous singer. And he goes, sing me something, baby. And then, it was so funny. It's, sing me something, baby. Like, oh, God, it was great. And then he said, I got 2 bottles of champagne back in my trailer. She said, I bet you do. It was great. It was a classic Louisiana moment.
Oh my
So many
God.
good stories when she was around. Lots of good stuff. But this is a song that's typical traditional Cajun waltz, like the one that she was dancing to. She and he and she, her and him, did a lot of waltzing that night. Songs like this. La Voix de Minuit. Hey, that must be me. The Midnight Waltz. Well, I have an enormous pile of instruments around me here, but I still don't have enough, apparently. I'm going to go get this other guitar, and I will be back in 4 seconds, I hope, if I don't trip on something. I wanted to play this guitar. This guitar actually has a beautiful story. I got it off Craigslist here, and the guy I got it from, he said, I just thought nobody wanted these guitars anymore. I just thought I was going to use it as a planter, something like that, hanging on the wall. And then I went on eBay and saw that people actually want them. And I got it from him, picked it up, played a couple notes. He told me his grandfather got it new in 1934. And then he said, I never thought I'd hear her sing again, which was wild. It was beautiful. I played a few notes on it, and I never thought I'd hear her sing again about the guitar. So that touched me very much. But one thing I wanted to talk about, and this is a song that's not done yet. You may be able to hear the lawnmower out there. I think he's jamming some tunes too, not just mowing the lawn. But hey, that's cool. Gotta do what you gotta do. Louisiana. Yeah, it's interesting when you have a record coming out, this record that I've come out day after tomorrow, When I Wait for You, which is on Compass Records in the US and Canada and Vertical Records in UK and Europe. But some of the songs on that record have a social theme that I want them to have. Like I Play Pretty Polly. There's a song called Sail Playmate. But it's an interesting balance this day and age, but there's so much going on that's so intense. And as an artist, you want to address that. You also got to release the material you had ready to release. Sometimes it's hard not to want to just make something super current and put it out there. And so I wanted to share a song that's a work in progress because it's important to me. And then we're going to do one about the same kind of theme afterwards that is complete. But something that occurred to me thinking about all this going on with regards to race in this country, it occurred to me that the cover-up is so enormous that what is the crime if the cover-up is that extreme? Because the cover-up, which to me is the myth of whiteness, white supremacy, all of that, is the most 24/7 thing that is just everybody in this country is living in a world in which that permeates. That myth of white supremacy is just a constant. And go to the grocery store, I'm walking down the grocery store looking at the items for sale, and I'm seeing things that reinforce these stereotypes and cliches, and I'm just like, God, and people, it's generational. It's been going on for so long. And so I just feel like, with anything, if you want to know the scale of the crime, look at the scale of the cover-up. And the cover-up is so incredibly present in this country that it's just inescapable. It's just, and we see it coming to a head right now because it's been inflamed and it's been allowed to show its ugliest side. So anyway, this song is, I'm only going to sing a little bit of it. I don't have it done, but I just want to share it because this is the kind of thing I keep thinking, I want to finish this song. I want to put it up there. I need to get this message out there if it's important to me. So this is a little bit of a taste of it. When you were young, did you ever steal candy? And tell your parents some sweet little lies? Did you think they'd really believe you? Your excuses and your alibis. The scale of the cover, the scale of the crime. The scale of the cover, the scale of the crime. There's a con lasting 500 years. And it scripts every sin known to man. Genocide, torture, and slavery. The greatest crime since history began. The scale of the cover-up, the scale of the crime. And we've been knowing they're doing that time. The scale of the cover-up, the scale of the crime. So that's a song that I'm going to complete soon. But I just felt like sharing the midst of that process. I want that song to be all I want it to be. I want it to be discovered as people listen to it, that they think about that concept in a way that arrives, rather than just spelling it out. You know, allowing it to be metaphor and allowing it to be things that convey story. And sometimes that's tricky to do. But yeah, we're going to do one of Rainey's songs. When did you write this one?
It was a few years ago. I think actually, probably kind of when Black Lives Matter movement first started, and I guess I actually had written it first as kind of a love song, and then I rewrote it.
Yeah.
With these words, because I was like, who cares about my stupid love song?
Right.
I don't know. That's not what I want to be. That's not what I need to say right now.
Yeah.
And kind of
I feel you on that. Exactly. That's what I was talking about. Yeah. Unfortunately, a song like this, you have to say, oh yeah, you could have written it anytime.
Yeah.
In the last 500 years.
Right.
I mean, honestly, since the beginning of all of that began.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, this was kind of around the Trayvon Martin time, actually, and just when there's more light shed on how drastic the difference between, like how black people are treated by the police versus white people. Some white dude or like a whole bunch of white guys in militia gear and like AK-47s can like walk up to cops and they do nothing, and then a little kid with a toy gun or whatever in the park gets shot for nothing,
Yeah. Right, a 12-year-old boy with a toy gun versus a 17-year-old or a man with a real gun.
Yeah.
And look at the difference. Yeah, it's really true.
It's called To Take His Life.
Well, why don't we do a love song after that? Maybe we'll do I Love You Baby. I can get one on the piano.
Yeah.
Does
Sure.
that sound like fun?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. It's so nice to have be at home here and have the piano and stuff and be able to play some stuff on the piano. So we'll do that. See my little scene. If you look on my record cover is a shot of this exact scene right here.
Right.
From Brazil. I know you can't see me, but you can see her. I'm so grateful to have traveled the world and been able to experience things and have things like that represent those places to me. Ooh.
But
Well, it's a little out of tune.
is it?
We need to get Sam over here and tune it. It's good enough. Cool. Should we do it?
Yeah.
Yay. Thank you, piano.
Yeah.
Doing the piano thing. Woo-hoo. Cool. Well, let's see. I'm going to grab the fiddle again. Maybe we'll just go ahead and do an old time tune. Yeah, you might need to come back this way a little bit. Sweet. I have an A chord.
Yeah.
This is an old fiddle tune called Devil in the Straw Stack. Showing up. Telling the straw stack. They're cutting some straw back there in the back. They're in the back lot. Cool. Well, let's do Redbird Road. You ready that? Cool. This is one that's it's not on the new record, but it's a newly written song from earlier in the quarantine times. And it was released as a single, so it's available on Spotify and all of that with Dirk and Rainey. And yeah, I mean, right, not the official title, but she is on the track. Yes, indeed. Yeah, but it's one that we released in conjunction with Turn Up From Home, which is part of Turn Up for Recovery, which is an organization that's trying to help people recover from addiction. And we were really honored to be included in that. That came through my connection with Eric Clapton, played with him and his wife. I have organized this group to try to help people for his Crossroads Center in Antigua to help people try to overcome addiction, which can certainly relate to that cause, and I know a lot of people can. So we wanted to do our part for that cause, and this song is released as a single. You can find it if you want to look for it. It's on Spotify, and maybe probably the other ones too. But it was written in the times when, early in the COVID period, that the traffic stopped and the air cleared and the birds were 2 or 3 times louder in the spring than normal. And so they're on the recording. You can hear them at the back door right there. Fortunately, there was no lawn mowing going on that day, but there was a lot of birds. There were a lot of birds singing. So this is that song, Redbird Road. I'm going down Redbird Road and I'm going today. Babe, I want to know if you're going my way. Going down Redbird Road and I'm going today. I heard of footpath where the road starts winding. There ain't no better place to hear the songbirds pining. Her footpath where the road starts winding. Down Redbird Road we'll sit and listen. Such sweet simple melodies. Darling, it might be what we've been missing. Walk down Redbird Road with me. We can cross the creek where the road gets narrow. You're a mourning dove and I'm a lonesome sparrow. We can cross the creek where the road gets narrow. On the rocky bank we will sit hand in hand. Stay there till that stream turns those rocks to sand. On the rocky bank we will sit hand in hand. Down Redbird Road we'll sit and listen. Such sweet simple melodies. Darling, it might be what we've been missing. Walk down Redbird Road with me. Darling, it might be what we've been missing. Walk down Redbird Road with me. Yeah. Lovely. Yeah, if you want to get that single, you will be supporting the cause of Turn Up for recovery also. So that's a good thing. I think we should do another Cajun one. Mm-hmm. Maybe one on the fiddle this time. That'd be fun. Mm-hmm. I'm really lucky to have the Balfa family as my family. It's been such an incredible blessing in my life. Dewey Balfa, my father-in-law, for a long time, and still, that family will always be family in such a beautiful way to me. And his music just meant so much to me. And he was ahead of his time too, you know. He really understood so much of what was happening. And in the 1970s, he said, "I refuse to be another American plastic card with a number on it." You know, in the 70s, it's like, yeah, dude, you were a little, you saw what was coming, and he knew a lot. And I learned so much about music from him. I learned what you can put in one note. He would play one note and just break your heart. And actually, losing him when he passed away, I understood what he was expressing in a lot of those notes, because he had a lot of loss in his life and put that in his music. But he also used to say something really beautiful, which was, people would say, "How does it feel to take this Cajun music around the world?" And he would say, "Oh, I never thought we were bringing the music. I thought the music was bringing us." Just a beautiful perspective. So this is a song that he used to sing. It's called the Old Cowboy Waltz, La Waltz de Vacher. And it basically sings, "Get me my hat and my coat. I'm going to saddle my horse and go through the countryside after my cattle." And then it says, "Now it's getting later. The sun's going down. I haven't made it home. I'm thirsty and I'm hungry. I'm not sure I'm going to make it back." And then it says, "If I do make it back, I'm going to eat some cornmeal mush and drink some whiskey." Such is the life of an old cowboy. At the end of all that, the very end, it says, "Such is the life of an old cowboy." So that was good life. Yeah. Got a couple notes. Like a C chord, I guess. Well, that's gonna work. Attrape-moi mon chapeau et mon capot, mon cheval, mes câbles et mes éperons, mon vachelet, oui, mon vieux cheval, et je suis parti dans les bois d'après mes verres. Le soleil après coucher, mon vieux cheval, ils sont bien fatigués. Moi je suis là, j'ai faim et puis j'ai soif. Moi je connais pas si on va se rendre à la maison. Si on change la maison, moi je vais boire, oui, un bon filet whisky. Je vais manger du couche-couche et du cahier. C'est comme ça la vie d'un vieux marché. That was the vieux marché. Well, why don't we change the lock? I think we have time to do maybe a couple more, something like that. I think we could do two more. Maybe do that one and then do another one from the new record. Everything all right? Nice.
Sure.
Should we do this one or should we do the other Lucinda song? We have two Lucinda Williams songs to choose from. I
Well,
think we should do this one.
I do want to, but remember the sound thing.
Yeah, the accordion's very loud.
But we can just try to.
Try to play it kind of melody.
Yeah.
Okay,
That seems
I'll try.
weird, but.
That seems unlikely. Oh well, we'll just give it a whirl. And if the sound isn't great, sorry, it's probably due to the power of this little squeeze box.
Thank
Cool.
you so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
I changed the lock on my front door so you can see
Yeah. Whew. That makes me want the Zydeco clubs to get open out here again. Oh my goodness. We're getting there, but whew, that's such a cool song.
Listen to Williams.
Yeah, whew, man. I think we should do. Well, nobody has to stick around. I think we should do a couple more because I do want to do the other Lucinda tune in honor of the victims of the hurricane in Lake Charles. I mean, we went through the hurricane here, but we were lucky. We had some tree branches down and things, but nothing too drastic. But in Lake Charles, they really, really, really got hit hard, and they need a lot of support in many different ways. So why don't we go ahead and do that one right now, and then we'll do Everything Is All Right. We'll do another Lucinda tune. Obviously, those Louisiana roots are strong with her. And send this one out to everybody who suffered in Hurricane Laura and Lake Charles and elsewhere. But it's a beautiful song about rolling various cities from Mississippi into Louisiana and over to Lake Charles. It ends in Lafayette, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, there's the other one she mentions about Lake Charles. There's the song she has
Yeah,
Lake Charles.
she does have Lake Charles.
It's a beautiful song. Well, let's do this one for the arriving here in Lafayette. But yeah, do it. Doesn't really want to stay. C'est la vie. Do it.
All the way to Jackson, I don't think I miss you. All the way to Jackson, I don't think I miss you much. Once I get to Vicksburg, I don't even feel it.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for coming. We're going to do one more. This is kind of the title cut of my new record. It's called Everything Is All Right, which hopefully is a good place to leave it. And the line in the song, When I Wait For You, yeah, the line, the title cut of the record, the title of the record is When I Wait For You. And that is a line from this song. Everything's all right. Thanks to Club Passim for having us. It's been a pleasure, and looking forward to a chance to do it in person one of these days. Hope it's not too long. And thanks for tuning in, even though we can't.
Everything is alright. I've been waiting all night. I'm up till the morning light. I wait for you. But everything is okay. Nothing stands in our way. Every dawn's a brand new day. When love is true. Well, there's something that you should hear. I don't feel any ounce of fear. And there's something I've got to say. I will never walk away. 'Cause everything is alright. I've been waiting all night. But I'm up till the morning light. When I wait for you. everything is okay. Nothing stands in our way. Every dawn's a brand new day when love is true. Well, there's one thing that I believe. You wear your heart on your sleeve. But there's something that you should know. Mine is ready, steady, go. And everything is alright. I've been waiting all night. I'm up till the morning light when I wait for you. But everything is okay. Nothing stands in our way. Every dawn's a brand new day when love is true. Well, everything is alright. Everything is alright. Everything is alright.
Thank you very much, everybody. And we really appreciate it. And keep supporting Club Passim and all the live streams, all the music you can. It's been a tough year for musicians and a lot of folks. So let's keep all the goodwill rolling. And there's a lot of ways to show your support to a lot of people who need it right now. And I know everybody is in that mindset. So thank you. Grateful.
Thank you.
Everybody give it up for Dirk, Powell, and Rainy Eyes. You can go check out their music at their websites right down here. And be sure to look for Dirk's new album, When I Wait for You, out Friday. We're very excited to listen to that. Thank you so much, Dirk and Rainy. So glad to have you. Tomorrow we've got Golden Shoals on Facebook or YouTube, whichever place you're streaming. We are streaming them starting at 8 o'clock. If you did enjoy the show, please consider making a donation that helps support us and that helps support Dirk. You can go make your donation at passim.org/stream. It's a suggested donation of $25, but please give whatever you can. And that will go to support both Passim and Dirk Powell. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in, and we hope to see you again soon.